What is up, everybody? Welcome back to 6th Gear Auto. My name is Sam. Today I'm going to be showing you my new car. So this is my, new to me at least, 2003 BMW Z4 3-liter. So that means this is the largest engine that was offered until the Z4M came out. This is currently putting about 220 horsepower to the rear wheels through the 6-speed manual ZHP style gearbox, as well as only weighing about just shy of 3,000 pounds. So like I was saying, this has the 3-liter M54 engine, which puts out about 215 horsepower, but right now you can see I have the aftermarket intake box, so I'm guessing maybe an extra 5 horsepower on top of that at the most. This car currently has just shy of 116,000 miles on it, and it is running perfectly, honestly. So you can see at the back of the car, this has the optional spoiler and rear diffuser, as well as the M exhaust, because this car is supposed to have the full factory aero kit, which if you saw the front, you might have noticed it doesn't. So the front end of this car right now is the original front end that goes on the normal Z4 without the aero pack. It is because this car is a rebuilt title car. One of the previous owners broke the front end and they had to put on a new front clip, and it has this front clip instead of what it's supposed to have. Also, did not see this? Very large dead grasshopper. With the M exhaust, this car actually has a pretty powerful exhaust note, as I'll show you guys now. While driving, the car does have a few burbles off the exhaust. You can't really get it when it's just sitting still. But generally between 2200 RPM and around probably 4000 RPM, you get some serious burbles off the exhaust. I've gotten it to pop once. The car currently is riding on a set of Style 78 wheels, as well as the slotted rotors. It is also wearing a set of Michelin Pilot Sport AS3s, which are much better tires than I've ever had on any car. And they look real good with the Style 78s. Now surprisingly, the trunk on this car is actually larger than it was on the Altima Coupe. This comes in at 9.5 cubic feet, while the Altima had about 8.5, even though that was not including folding down the rear seats. Now, when I say that this car has some burbles, I actually mean it. If I put the car in sport mode, which this has, and put it in gear, I'm going to give you a quick drive around and show you guys what I mean. Hopefully you'll be able to hear it. I should also add, the car is on a set of adjustable Coney shocks, so it actually handles and sits a little lower than it should. I don't know if you can hear it, but there's a few burbles when I lift off. This thing, it cruises when it's not in sport mode. When it's in sport mode, it handles real sharp. I love the red interior that I got. This car is exactly how I would have spec'd the car at, and once I get the front end back on, this car is going to be pretty much perfect. This car It does everything I wanted in any car. So as a first sports car, I love this thing. And you'll remember a lot of my friends down here actually have BMWs as well. There's the M5s, there's the 540. One of my friends has a 328, another has a 530, a 5i, stuff like that. So I finally got a BMW now that kind of fits in. Not bad. And I mean, this car, I had a probably about 45-mile drive home after buying this, and it just handled perfectly. The one thing I'm still not getting used to though, this car gets attention, it gets some looks, because it, as much as it is, you know, a 17-year-old car, red interior, and it's got a sporty exhaust note and things like that, they make a difference, and it gets a lot of people's attention when I drive it. So I mean, honestly, this is a pretty amazing buy for me, considering I got it for less than $7 grand. And I know a lot of people say don't get a cheap BMW, don't get a cheap AMG, don't do anything like that. Just get it like a Corolla or something if you want to get something cheap. But the M54 engine is actually one of the most reliable BMW engines in recent history, at least. And to the point that this car also has all of the maintenance it needed done. Oil change was about 2,000 miles ago, and on top of that, all of the hoses and valves have been replaced. Vanos has been done. Everything on the car is up to code, actually. So I got nothing to complain about with this car. Plus, the way it handles on corners, I love. First gear's a little short, but it handles real nice, even if it's not super fast. Like I said, it's only about 220 horsepower, but I mean, it handles so well. The steering is nice and heavy when it's in sport mode. When it's not in sport mode, it's still not like light. It's just a very good setup car for me. I love this thing. I've had it for about 5 or 6 days, and honestly, it's just a dream car at this point. It drives so perfectly. And also, even though it only takes premium, it actually is the best on gas in terms of it's got a small tank, so I only put in like $22, $23 worth of gas. I know that with all the other cars I've owned, the Spec V and the Altima now, I have pretty much kept them for give or take a year. This car I don't see going anywhere anytime soon. I actually love the E85 generation of the BMW Z4. First generation of it, this is the first model year of it, and honestly, I think they got it perfect. The curves on the car, the lines, all the creases, the large rear arch on the rear wheels, everything. There's no other car on the road that looks like a Z4 other than another Z4. It honestly handles exactly how I wanted. It rides surprisingly comfortable, including, even though it's, you know, low down and has the aftermarket suspension bits and stuff like that. But honestly, after I do the front bumper, this car is pretty much perfect. And I am so excited to have this car on the channel. And that's gonna do it as a quick like introduction for the car. I think I'm the 5th owner of it, and honestly, it drives really well. I've been getting compliments non-stop on it whenever I'm driving it, and honestly, I just love it. It's a good little car, good on gas, it's fun. It's actually pretty safe. It has passenger and driver front and side airbags, and it got a 5-star crash rating when it was new, at least. But this is a car that you're going to be seeing a lot of on the channel in the next few months for sure. I might actually be doing a road rally in a few months if, you know, COVID clears up and everything, and I'm able to get some time off from work. But I really love this car. Now I'm gonna go actually do some photos with it, so I'm gonna end this video here. So if you guys like the video, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Tell me actually what you think of my new car, of the BMW Z4. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Till then, bye bye.